ruckus on the highway last night. Soon the accumulated black filth will be hosed away, and the streets of Tulsa will turn into extended gutters, overflowing with liberal tears. Soon all the whores and race treasures will shout, "Save us!" and we will whisper, "No."
With the current tumultuous state of America, we are watching our myths represent our experience in real time. At Modern Saviors, we regard myth as a symbolic representation of our experience, and we analyze how the authors of our contemporary legends perform such a monumental task. Our myths exist to represent who we are. They are the story that we tell ourselves about who we want to be. To understand who we want to be, we need to understand where we came from, where we are now, and where we are going. Myths function similarly to checking your rearview mirror while you're driving down the road. Their attempt to predict the future often contain forewarnings about who we will be should we take the wrong path. Some myths are so far ahead of their time that they contain advanced representations of the past, present, and future. One of the greatest pieces of American literature is Alan Moore's Watchmen. It brought superheroes into a harsh, grounded reality filled with corruption, turmoil, and conspiracy. Regardless of the author's infamous cynicism, it teaches you to question everything, connect the dots, and disallow yourself to succumb to these forces. The epitome of this lesson is embodied in the most infamous character in all of comics, the fearsome Rorschach. He never quits delivering retribution while working against men who literally possess the power of God. His infamy is due to the nobility of his intentions, but the subjectivity of his actions, all while delivering some of the coldest lines in all of comics. Zack Snyder's 2008 film adaptation cements his status as an uncompromising badass. Once he got too close to the truth of who was causing all the degradation in society, Rorschach was framed for murder and thrown into prison, a prison filled with his enemies. From the moment he set foot in the facility, the tension started to build. Nearly every inmate wanted him dead. One inmate finally broke the tension by provoking a mistake which led to his boiling hot demise. As Rorschach fought off those who tried to restrain him, he issued a grim warning to the other inmates.
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me!
So how does one of the most legendary pieces of American mythology earn that status and remain relevant? How does it relate to current events? Well, there is something to be said for the false imprisonment of anyone who gets too close to the truth, but more directly, when men who possess all the power in the world almost directly quote it, our consultation of the myth is demanded. During this past Thanksgiving week of 2025, 2 National Guard members by the name of Sarah Beckstrom and Andrew Wolf were slain by one of countless foreign invaders. While addressing the nation in the aftermath of this tragedy, Donald Trump stated,
"All the illegals, they still think we're stuck with them? No. You're about to be stuck in here with us. Clock is ticking. Could be a soft tick, could be a loud one, hard to say. A word of advice, though, I'd scream if I were you.
The doomsday clock is ticking. Our consultation of our modern myth is required of us because when the most powerful man in the world almost directly quotes Rorschach, it indicates that this myth will harbor clues about what's to come. Contemporary philosopher Joseph Campbell describes myths as clues to the spiritual potentialities of human life. So when we see our modern myths manifesting in the real world, it is reasonable to assume that the events that follow in the myth are preemptively reflective of real life. What followed the words of Rorschach may follow the words of Trump. In his live stream regarding the event, Nick Fuentes predicts that more political violence is to follow this tragedy in an escalatory manner.
And I've been talking about this throughout the year. The violence, political violence, is just beginning. From the left against the right, from the left against law enforcement, maybe from law enforcement itself, from the intel agencies And it's more confusing than ever.
I fear that this prediction from the most prophetic political commentator perfectly aligns with what the myth indicates. Following Rorschach's threat, the prison erupts with violence as those emboldened by people who are systematically perpetuating injustice try to eliminate the man fighting against it. However, the chaos is exactly what allows Rorschach to escape and continue his mission. Let me be clear, I am not here to fearmonger and forewarn of bloodshed, but I worry deeply for the future of America as we are drawn further into this turning point of history. The story of Watchmen does not tell us what happens in the prison following the riot, but we can assume that the security is tightened and the schism is restrained to prevent such an outbreak from occurring once more. There have already been news reports of plans to send the National Guard into every major city in America. Enforcing order, while necessary, is a razor-thin line to walk. I can't see the future, but history and current events are a tapestry of ink blots open to limitless interpretation. So tell me, what do you see?
We're meant to exact justice. Everyone's gonna know what you've done. Never compromise. Not even in the face of Armageddon.